Christmas, I was just happened to be reading inspirational words, or a few inspirational words by Bob Hope. And he said, when we recall Christmas past, we usually find that the simplest things, not the great occasion. For this is a great occasion for us, but the simple things of this program bring great joy to our hearts and to the hearts of our students. On behalf of Albany State University, our interim president, Dr. Dunning, all Albany staff, faculty and staff, Early Learning Center, we'd like to welcome you all to our annual Christmas program. I'm going to go on and change the program a little bit, because as you know, the students are on a student schedule. So once they get through performing, it's like they're going to be ready. So I'm going to just give you a few reminders before we get started with our program, and then the program will proceed as follows. As you know, today is our Christmas program. Thursday will be our last day. We have staff training on Friday, and we'll be returning to the Early Learning Center on January 6th. So as you know, which you'll be very happy to know, there will be no fees for that time that the students are out. Also, we're asking that you, on tomorrow, our IT program have planned a special program. You should be getting one. If you've not already received one of these, you should be getting one of these. And they're asking if the children would like to come dressed in their little costume outfits, nothing dressy. If you want to dress them up, that's fine. That you will be able to do that as well. But they've got a special program planned for them tomorrow at 10 o'clock. And other than that, we will proceed as follows. Greetings. We'll have greetings by Ms. Sundrette Moody from my Title 3 department.
Good afternoon. This is a great day. We're looking forward to seeing our early learning students perform today. I bring you greetings from Albany State University in the Office of Title III. Of course, I'm not Connie-legged. I'm Sundrette Moody, and I'm happy to take her place today to step in for her. She would have liked to have been here today, but she was not able to. We know that you are ready for the Christmas break. You're doing a lot of things to get ready for the break, to spend some quality time with your family, with your children. And I know the children are ready to play, have extra playtime, put up Christmas trees, and open gifts on Christmas Day. This is your midpoint of the year for preparing for the next level, for the children to prepare for their next level of education. Even through these few months of their academic year, we also believe that the Early Learning Center plays an important part in helping to build your child's character, into your child learning how to share, and those things that are about Christmas. Christmas is not just for a one-time season of the year. Christmas goes throughout the year. It's a state of mind, isn't it? And I wanted to leave this with you. Christmas is not a time nor a season, but a state of mind to cherish peace and goodwill to plenteous and mercy. It's to have the real spirit of Christmas. And we hope that your child take this attitude throughout the whole year and throughout their life. We wish you a Merry Christmas from the Office of Title III.
Thank you, Ms. Moody. Our next person that will be bringing greetings will be Dr. Kimberly Fields. And as she come up, I also want to express to you that hopefully you'll see this in the paper and you'll also see a write-up. But because of the great things that the College of Education did, and also other colleges that we have, that we are a part of or that we work with on campus, the Georgia Association of Education for Young Children recognized us with a plaque at the Gates Conference this year for being a newly accredited center. And that simply means that we're in the top 8% of child care centers in the nation. So that's awesome. And we'd like to thank the College of Education. We're working with them now. We'll continue to work with them to continue to grow the Early Learning Center and to expose our children to what is needed for them to be successful. Dr. Fields.
Good afternoon. One of my favorite jobs is to be an administrator in the College of Education because I get invited always to bring greetings on behalf of the college to individuals like the students and the parents and the faculty and staff that work at the Early Learning Center. Whenever I see the Early Learning Center students and faculty perform at any of the events on campus or in the community, I know three things. I know that I'm going to see something that will surprise me. I know that I will see something that will amaze me. And I know that I will see something that will make me smile. A part of being an educator is recognizing that education starts very, very early in life. As a teacher of college-level students, sometimes I forget about the simple things, as was stated earlier, that young children make us remember. So parents, one of the things I want to challenge you to do is as you watch your children, your grandchildren, your sisters, your brothers, whoever these children are in the 3-year-old class and the 2-year-old class as they come over, whoever these children are for you, I want you to remember this moment. And remember the things that amaze you, surprise you, and make you smile about today. It is truly about the birth of Christ that we're here to celebrate today. But it's also about celebrating these gifts that you've been given. And kids, 3-year-old class, when you're on vacation, you have to continue to remember to be good, to be thoughtful and kind, to remember the things that your teachers have been telling you every day, and to remember those things that your parents tell you while you're at home. I want you to be safe and be careful and have fun over your Christmas break. And I look forward to hearing you sing and present today. On behalf of the College of Education, I want to bring greetings to each and every one of you. Thank you.
We also have a very special guest with us today, Freddie Powell Sims, State Senator, Representative. I will. I apologize. That's kind of stopped on the future.
Thank you. Thank you. Good afternoon. I wanted Ms. Lucas to tell you exactly what time she called me, which was last night about what, 11 o'clock? Okay, I'm not going to tell them. But anyway, it is so good to be a part of this audience today. And if we are listening to what the individuals that have already spoken or have said, it's important to remember that it's all about the children, and that's exactly what was said from both speakers, Dr. Field and Ms. Moody. And as we take assessment of the first half of the school year, it's now to look forward, because Christmas holidays they're coming fastly approaching, but they're going to be gone, and then the children will be back in January. And what happens then? I want to, as you reflect on those first few months of schooling for your children, especially those of you that were new parents, there are some things that you may want to take a look at. And now those of us that are grandparents, we don't necessarily need this information, but sometimes it helps also for us to have a little bit of reflection time also. Parents shape the behavior of their children. Usually when a child has poor behavior in school, home life is probably a little bit unstable. So as we take a look at where we are with our children and how we manage our households, it's important that we think about how we affect the children, either in an adverse manner or in a good manner. Children must get a pleasant start in the morning. A lot of times they come to school grumpy. That's because they've not had a very pleasant night. It's been not soothing. It hasn't been very refreshing for them. So if you get them off to a good start in the morning, socialization at the school site becomes so much easier for them to manage. Give the child a warm and inviting place to play, to spend time with siblings, to unwind from the day's activities. Because being in school, where you have to be quiet and sit as they are doing now, they're doing a fantastic job for that age, is very stressful. And it can become stressful to you when you leave work and have to pick up the child, worrying about what happened on the job, what's happening with the children. So we all need stress relievers, even the little ones. Always have clear expectations for children. Communication is the key, not only with the children, but with those of you that have to manage the child in the household, and then with those that have to manage the children at school. Communication with clarity sets up a good learning environment for the child. And it says, stay calm in the midst of turmoil. A child that knows only disruption and chaos will respond accordingly. Teach what is right and what is wrong, and have high expectations for those children to do as accordingly. And then, young people, especially our young mothers and fathers, be a positive role model at all times. Make eye contact when you're communicating with your children. I was in one of the local stores a few days ago, and there was a mother sitting having lunch with her child. And as she was having lunch, the child was sitting there looking at the mother, but mother was doing what? She was texting. She was on her phone. It wasn't my business, and sometimes it's dangerous when you walk up to folks and say, your child is beautiful, and she's really into her meal, but I think she would like to have conversation with you. We're almost becoming a mute society because we do not, talk to each other anymore. We're texting or sending some kind of signal, and we're not communicating. And learn how to praise and praise and praise your children. Sometimes, when I was working with student teachers and I would go into the classroom and they were delivering lesson, and Dr. Fields can attest to that, you will hear the teachers teaching and students would respond positively. They would give right answers, and the teacher never ever said, good job or wonderful. Children will respond to that praise. You just have no idea how they really, really need to have that extra leg of confidentiality, of confidence. Treat your child like a child and not like a miniature adult. Sometimes our children look like little adults and they behave the same way. So we have to learn to have some patience with them, and they're not substitutes for what we don't have in our friends, but they are children, so we learn to treat them as such. And present your child with healthy choices every day. Exercise, food, it feeds the brain, it makes them more alert, and you'll have a well-rounded child. Teach children to listen and respond to adult supervision. That is good. We have to also teach them what is good adult supervision and what is not. We don't live in a really nice world all of the time, and sometimes our children are exposed to those things that aren't nice, so we have to be careful about the adults that are around them. And be consistent when you're disciplining your child, and be your child's first source of information, not for them to get it from someplace else that is not going to be advantageous to them as they become young adults and on into life. So those are just a few things that I wanted to share with you. This is a season to celebrate the birth of Christ, but also to understand, as Dr. Fields and Ms. Moody have already spoken about, the importance of the gift that was given to you and how you are to protect that gift and mold and shape that gift into a healthy, happy, honorable individual. So thank you for listening, and remember, as adults and as the adult in the family, learn to manage your stress also. It's stressful to raise children, and sometimes we say, oh, it's just a wonderful thing. It's not always wonderful. There are days when it really gets on your nerves. So learn to accept that you're not alone. It's okay to say I'm stressed, but get some stress time and not direct those unstressful days towards the children. But thank you, and have a happy holidays, and Merry Christmas.
Okay, at this time, and before I do that, let me also thank you so much for donating the teddy bears for our teddy bear drive. We are trying to teach our children how to give back to the community. The pre-K class went to Phoebe this morning, and we donated the bears, and they had said they would be using them in the emergency room. Also, they'll send some to Phoebe North, or the other Phoebe. Used to be Paramount, I think it's Phoebe North. They'll be sending some over there for the children as well. But the bears will be given to the children that are in the hospital. And I think this year we set a record number. So give yourself a big round of applause for that. At this time, I'm going to turn the program over to my staff, and they'll take it from here.
Welcome to our program, Love with Joy.
Already, we're getting ready for our Christmas program, our holiday program, and I hope you enjoy our children. So next will be the 3-year-old class with your presentation.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Our first song is called S-A-N-T-A.
I know a man with no white beard.
And Santa is his name.
S-A-N-T-A, S-A-N-T-A,
S-A-N-T-A. And Santa is his name.
No man with no soul, and Santa
Is his name.
S-A-N-T-A.
All right, good
Jingle bells, jingle bells the way. Oh, we form is so round, and one for say, hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, we form is so round, and one for say, hey. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
All right.
Our 4-year-olds are getting ready to perform. London Mitchell will be doing the poem.
I like to see Christmas. I like to see the stockings. I like to see the gifts. I like to see the bed. I like to see the tree. I like to see Santa Claus looking at me. Merry Christmas. May your holidays be happy days, filled with love and laughter, and may each day bring joy your way in the year that follows after.
Our face. That way turn and go down the steps. Can we start down the steps? All right, super job. Give them another hand. Super job. Awesome.
Good afternoon. This is our 2-year-old class. We're going to sing the one selection. Wish you a Merry Christmas, a
But we ask that you join in because usually it's like you get up, so it may not seem to be all. Let's give our 2-year-olds a great round of applause. What a great appearance. And they'll sing it when they get back to the class.
At this time, I would like to just give all of our students a big round of applause, please. They did a great job. We're going to ask our PTO Vice President if she can come up and just say a few words to you, please. Ms. Randy Hutchins.
On behalf of the PTO and Albany State Early Learning Center, we'd just like to thank you all for coming out to support our children in this holiday program and this Christmas program. And we wish everyone a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And get ready, in February we're having our Sweethearts Ball, so we'll be soliciting for our children to sell ads and tickets so we can raise funds. It's our biggest fundraiser. So when you see your holiday, we see your family over this holiday season, go ahead and put a plug in, say, okay, you got $5. Uncle Greg, Grandma, you got $2. But start collecting those ads. So in February, we'll be ready to gear up for our Sweetheart Ball. So Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
And at this time, I would like for all of our grandparents to please stand. All of our grandparents that we have present with us. We just want to thank you for your support and all that you do for us. Let's give them a great round of applause, please. Our parents, would you please stand? We just want to thank you also for allowing the ASU Early Learning Center the opportunity of working with your child. So here again, we thank you for your support in all that we do. So let's give them a big round of applause. Our ASU family. We have anyone from our ASU family? We thank you for coming as well. Let's give them a big round of applause. And anyone that I overlooked or anyone who would like to just stand to be here with the special guest, we would just like to thank you again for supporting us. As you know, which is what I said at the beginning, when they perform, it's time to move on. So at this time, just remember our announcements. We thank you, we thank you, we thank you, and we love you. And if you're going to take your child with you, the teachers have the roles. So you would need to sign them out so we have some type of accountability, or we'll know where the children are. So if you're going to take them with you, that's fine, but we need you to sign them out for us as well. If not, they'll be going back to the center, and of course, center will have normal working hours. Do we have anyone who have any comments they'd like to make at this time? So again, thank you so much for coming to our 2013 Christmas program, Albany State University Early Learning Center. Let's give everybody a big round of applause. Thank you.